Good morning. This is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato morning headlines on April 14, 2022. Netflix subscribers in Russia launch class action for loss of service. The Guardian, Russian Netflix users sue streaming giant for leaving market rear. Some 1,000 Ukraine Marines surrender in Mariupol, says Russia. Reuters, chemical weapons use from Syrian war stokes Ukraine's fears. The Independent, Russia may use chemical weapons in its push to take Mariupol, warns US. The Telegraph, explainer, what are chemical weapons and are they illegal? Reuters, Russians accused of chemical attack by drone on city fighters in Mariupol. Bear famous for Italian bakery break-in reappears after attempt to rewild him. The Guardian, biscuit-loving bear walks 100 miles back to the town from which it was banished. Paris attacks, defendant says he changed his mind at last moment. Russian artist faces jail over peace protest using supermarket price labels. Ukraine seeks to patch up relations with Germany after snub to president. The Guardian, Zelensky's Steinmeier snub triggers backlash in Germany. Politico Europe, Germany irritated by Ukraine's snub of a presidential visit. The Independent, Ukraine snubs German president over past close ties to Russia. The Guardian, German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier is not welcome in Kyiv. Egypt, 10 people killed as bus full of tourists bursts into flames after colliding with truck. Ukraine's detention of oligarch close to Putin angers Moscow. The Independent, Zelensky suggests exchange of captured Putin ally for Ukrainians in Russia. Guardian News, Ukraine war, Putin ally Prince of Darkness Viktor Medvedchuk captured. Sky News, Factbox, who is Ukraine's Viktor Medvedchuk, a prominent Putin ally? Reuters, who is Viktor Medvedchuk and why does his arrest matter to the Kremlin? London teacher awarded £850,000 after pupil's attack. The Guardian, teacher awarded nearly £1 million compensation after assault by pupil. Birmingham Live, teacher assaulted by pupil in science lesson wins record £850,000 payout. Marine Le Pen proposes closer NATO-Russia ties after Ukraine war. The Guardian, Marine Le Pen's ties to Russia may come back to haunt her. Bloomberg, French election 2022, Marine Le Pen says NATO should seek closer ties to Putin. The Times, Francis Le Pen warns against sending weapons to Ukraine. The Independent, Marine Le Pen plays down her Russia ties ahead of election runoff. Brooklyn shooting update, live, Frank James called in tip that led to arrest as he is charged with terrorism. The Independent, police arrest suspect in New York subway shooting without incident. BBC, New York police hunt for man after subway shooting leaves more than 20 injured, BBC News. BBC News, Brooklyn, Ukraine, Google, your Wednesday evening briefing. The New York Times, opinion, can the Brooklyn subway shooting sober up our politics on crime? Russia says warship seriously damaged by explosion as Putin builds forces in East Ukraine. The Guardian, Ukraine war, Russia admits Black Sea Fleet flagship is in flames as Ukraine claims missile attack. Sky News, Russia's Black Sea flagship burns after missile strike. The Times, Russia-Ukraine war, what we know on day 50 of the invasion. The Guardian, Ukraine news, live, Russian warship seriously damaged in Black Sea as Putin accused of terrorism. Ukraine war, steel has its breaking point. Mariupol mayor says Ukrainian forces are vastly outnumbered but will continue to fight. Sky News, Russian claims more than 1,000 Ukrainian troops surrender in Mariupol, BBC News. BBC News, Ukraine, British man fighting in Mariupol forced to surrender. BBC, Russia-Ukraine war, what we know on day 49 of the invasion. The Guardian, Mariupol on brink of capture as Russia claims Ukrainian forces have surrendered, BBC News. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.